Hi everyone, I'm back. I know it's been a while since I've been on, but I am back and I wanted to take a moment to speak with you about some things to remember when you move. It's a crazy time, it's an exciting time when you're moving into a new home, and it is really easy to forget some of the basics when you're juggling so much stuff. Really things to remember to do or consider when you move into your new home, so that way everything can go as smoothly and stress-free as possible. So number one, let me check on my notes here, is check all your major appliances. So once you get into your new home, if you move the appliances with you, make sure that everything is in good working order, there's no dents, stings, or scratches, because once the movers are gone, it's gonna take a lot longer and maybe even be impossible to process a claim. So make sure you go over that stuff really quickly before they leave with them around so that you can get it addressed right away. Number two, kind of along those same lines, you want to do an inventory of all your items, your furniture and your boxes. Make sure that everything that left the old home arrived at the new home. And also make sure that it all arrived in one piece. You don't have to go through and do a detailed inventory, but make sure that you do it while they're still there so that if there are any issues, they can start the process of addressing them right away. There is kind of a statute of limitations on what movers insurance companies will cover and pay for. So if you wait too long, you may not have a claim. So make sure you go over that stuff once you get everything in the house, just a real quick once over, and then you're good to go. Now, after that, double check and make sure you set up your utilities. Now, hopefully you've already done that. And you should have them set up for the day of closing. That way there's a seamless transition between the prior homeowner and you. You can work it out with the person you're buying the home from, your seller. If they're staying a couple days extra, you can work it out so that you have it the date of possession and not the date that you're purchasing, but just make sure that you have that all taken care of. Next, number four, this is one I have forgotten many times, and it's why I'm mentioning it now. And I just remember in the last presidential election how many friends I had who could not vote because they had moved in the last 4 years and they forgot to update their voter registration. That has to be done before a major election. I believe, and check for your local area because it could vary from state to state and even from county to county. But I believe you need at least 30 days before in order to vote in the next election. So as soon as you move, make sure you take care of that. And I posted a link on the blog that'll take you to a voter registration site, and that'll help you kind of walk you through that. Or you can visit your local county board of elections to take care of it. I believe libraries and post offices too are another place you can go. But you don't want to be there on the day of election showing up to your polling place and you can't vote, or what I saw a lot of friends do in the last major presidential election, driving a half hour, 45 minutes, even an hour to their old polling location just so they could vote and make their voices heard. So once you move, number four, make sure you update your voter registration. And then number five, kind of along those same lines, and I included a link to that also in the blog, make sure your mail is forwarded. It is so easy now. You can go online to the post office website, and that's where I included the link, and you can set the date that you want it started and then have your mail forwarded. It's super easy, super simple. If you're not sure about doing it online, then go ahead and visit the local post office and ask for the mail forwarding packet. They'll actually give you a lot of coupons and things that have to do with moving in addition to that. So voter registration, mail forwarding, and then number six, before you even move, start connecting to your local neighborhood. There are tons of Facebook groups for communities. Nextdoor is a great resource for communities. Just go to www.nextdoor.com. Some homeowners associations and civic associations have their own website, but these are great resources. So if you're moving into a community, make sure you start joining those community groups in social media and online. Introduce yourself and let them know you're about to join their community or you've just moved there, and you want to stay involved and know what's going on. Now, number seven, number seven, kind of leads into that. Find the right local professionals. The further you move away, the more new professionals you're going to have to find, like a family doctor, a dentist, an optometrist, a plumber, a roofer, a landscaper, an attorney possibly, an accountant, maybe just you really like pizza. What's the best pizza place in the new neighborhood? Make a list of those things and type them up and keep a contact list of all that stuff. This goes back to the community groups I mentioned before. You can go into those groups and say, hey, I'm new to the neighborhood and we're looking for a great family doctor. This is what we're looking for, and who do you recommend? Church, what church you want to go to? I'm trying to think, daycare centers I've seen, all kinds of stuff, but make sure you want to start looking for that. Your real estate agent, your realtor is also a great resource for a lot of those professionals. So get on there and network within your community and ask people for referrals, because they're going to be the best that'll know. They've been around there a little bit longer than you, and they can give you the best information possible. So just to recap, here are the things you want to do when you move that'll help make your move a little bit easier, a little more stress-free. Number one, once you get there, before the movers leave, you want to check all your major appliances. Number two, again, while the movers are still there before they leave, do a quick inventory of your boxes and your furniture. Make sure everything arrived and that it arrived in one piece, undamaged, unscathed. Number three, you want to make sure all your utilities have been moved into your name so that you're not, the last thing you want to do when you move into a new house after a long day of moving and unpacking and heavy lifting is not be able to take a hot shower or not be able to sit down and veg out in front of the TV. So make sure your utilities are changed. And then next, 4, update your voter registration. Be an active participant in your community and do it right away, because you don't want to be caught not being able to vote in that next election when you have something you want to say. Number 5, make sure your mail is forwarded. And along with the voter registration, I have links in the blog that you can follow to update voter registration as well as to get your mail forwarded. You don't want to lose any important bills or any mail, so make sure you do that. And then you want to connect to your neighborhood. That's number 6, and you can do that via Facebook, Nextdoor, homeowners association, civic association websites, local municipality websites. But start getting out there and networking and connecting to your community so that you become a part of it and you feel even more at home. And that also can help you for the next one, number 7, which is finding your trusted local professionals. So you can go in those groups and ask people to recommend different service providers for you, whether it be the best Italian restaurant, your new family doctor, I don't know, best attractions for kids. That's what you want to do. You can use those groups as a resource. So those are my tips for you. If you enjoyed this video and you found it useful, give me a thumbs up. Feel free to give me a nice heart and like it, share it with your friends and family. If you have other tips or questions, feel free to include something in the comments below, or also you can email me. My email address is Rachel, R-A-C-H-E-L, @rachelkayla.com, so first name, last name, RACHELKAYLA.com, and I would be happy to share the tips that you have or answer any questions you might have, because that's what I'm here to do. I love to help people, and I hope you have a great day, and we'll see you soon. Bye.